Cancer. How are you? My name is Ginger. I welcome you, my brothers and sisters. So glad you're here with me. And I am going to read the tarot for the week of September 5 to 11, 2022 for the consciousness of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Hope you're all enjoying the Labor Day weekend. I know I am. And it's been a nice weekend so far. No complaints here. All right, so I've been reading cards and getting outside, playing with the doggy, swimming in the pool, having a good time. All right, so I'm going to, this week I'm going to pull a card, one card from 3 different decks to get the energies of the week. I'll have the decks below the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and check the description box for any specials I may be running on readings. I'd love to read for you. I have already read for some of my viewers, and they really enjoyed it, and I think you would too. So if you're inclined, that would be wonderful. So let's see, what else do I need to tell you? Anything else? Yeah, hit that like icon. And if you are enjoying the videos, please share them with family and friends who also are into the tarot. That would be great. Okay, here we go for Cancer. Consciousness of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I have my, I've called in my spirit guides, and I felt a couple of them standing right behind me. So maybe if you're, is it clairvoyant? Maybe you can see them there. I can feel them there. I'm practicing my clairvoyance, but I don't know if I really want to see all that. Okay. Here we go for Cancer. Oh, Cancer. You have the Holy Grail. All right. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. You are what you seek. Let's see what the card means. Beautiful. Holy Grail. 91. Here's what the card looks like. It looks like the Ace of Cups, doesn't it? With the love overflowing. Beautiful card. 91. Let's see. Okay. All right. The Holy Grail has been a mystery for thousands of years. Many believe that it was the cup that Jesus drank from at the Last Supper, or that was used to collect his blood at the crucifixion, while others believe that it was a person, possibly Mary Magdalene. It's also been described as a stone, a dish, and a cauldron. The energy of this card is strongly related to a physical space, which is the Chalice Well in Glastonbury, southwest England, a sacred garden where many go to connect with the great goddess and discover the mysteries within. As a gateway, the Holy Grail is the cup of our heart, which we can allow to be filled by source light, so that we are overflowing with divine love. The energy that we call into the Holy Grail is the feminine energy of source, the Shekinah, the fierce yet graceful light that inspires us to dance to the sacred rhythm of light. This gateway, therefore, encourages us to stop searching outside ourselves for truth and go within to realize that we've had everything we've been searching for the whole time. It's like inviting the divine in, but knowing that it was already there before we asked. All right, it says connect. Okay, so you can connect to this energy if you'd like. Place your hands on your heart space and say this simple prayer. Dear Source Light, thank you for filling the cup of my heart so that I am overflowing with your love. And the message of the card: you've been on a great quest, seeking, searching, discovering. But the further you've gone, the more your heart has called you back. You may still be looking for treasure, but you are now discovering that all roads lead back to you. The great source of creation holds up a shiny mirror in front of you, and you see your reflection. You are the answer. You are the divine. You are created, you are creating. The gateway of your divinity has opened, and the vessel of your being is flowing with infinite light. You have been searching for God, and God is within. So go within. This is the key to heaven. Your cup is overflowing. Your gifts are being unlocked. Let the world share your treasure. When the cup is overflowing, it's overflowing for us to share. That's the point. There was something else here. Let's see. Yeah, when, channeling, meditating, the point of all of that, before I do any spiritual practices like tarot reading, I meditate for a little while before I go. And what do? I go to the place within me where God is. And you can take some marvelous journeys going to that place if you allow yourself the time and the no doubt that is required to go to these places. So, all of your answers are within. One of my first meditation teacher was from India, and he there's something in one of the sacred writings of India. I search in the markets. I search in the marketplace for you, and you're not there, and I find you right here where I am. So, so you have. This cup, this Holy Grail, is a portal into the divine. Okay, let's see. These cards are kind of flying all over the place, aren't they? Holy Grail. Yes, they are. Okay, here we go. Guides say, okay, enough shuffling. Choose a card. 11th house community. Well, that makes sense to me for Cancer. 11th house community. So I'll look this up, see what it says. These are the Star Astro Oracle cards. They are so beautiful, and you may have seen other readers using them, because I have. I've had them for a long time, and I heard a podcast the other day with the author of these cards. She's been reading astrology since she was a child, and she's probably in her late 60s now, so a long time. All right, 11th house. Where are the houses? Here we go. 11th house, community. All right. If your chart were a village map, the 11th house would be the community center, with rooms for small meetings and great gatherings, also serving the town council or state senate. The 11th house is a place to meet old friends and make new ones, and a place to work as a team, share a song, and collaborate for the common good. It includes all our collective experiences: meetings, circles, protest marches, group meditations, sobriety meetings, social gatherings, and teamwork. The action for this card: look for the answer to your question among your social circles, spiritual circles, and work cohorts. Enjoy your posse. At work, think about how to put together a dream team with complementary skills and mutual respect for one another. Contemplate how to make meetings nimble and dynamic, exciting and efficient. Notice how you are affected by group mindsets, the psychic milieu you share with this circle. If you like what you become in their presence, engage. If you're feeling lonely, join a group with a shared interest and look around to see who's with you. If you're in spiritual pain, find a circle in which you can pray, explore rituals, or practice Reiki together. If you're having trouble meditating, consider practicing at a Zen center or with another group that allows you to tap into a meditative collective mindset. To improve your love life, consider deepening your friendships first. Take the pressure off a romantic relationship and allow it to unfold organically by building a stable circle of friends who meet your needs. If you are honest about what you're looking for, your friends may be able to connect you with a possible partner, or you may meet one. Someone might walk into the room one day. In an ongoing relationship, romance may be lovely, but for this question, you need to deepen that friendship between you and your partner and build trust through shared experiences. Bonding. Challenge. Group mindsets can take you places you don't want to go or allow you to avoid the work of one on one intimacy. Think for yourself. Healthy community and the gift of the card. Healthy community and strong teams are made up of a wonderful bouquet of unique individuals. All right, you are a unique individual, Cancer, because your readings are always the best. All right, let's see. One more from the Guiding Light Oracle. Let's see what we get here for Cancer. Here we go. Manifesting magic. You are creating your life based on the intentions you send out into the universe, and that is true. Are you sending intentions out into the universe? You may be unconsciously. Intentions are very, I set intentions all the time. So that I can consciously choose what I want in my life. So I set an intention and I abide by it. I act as if, that's what I do. I act as if. I hear Ranger the dog. He has been a scooch today. He's been in and out and in and out. Okay, here we go. I want to see if there's. When you truly flow in the flow of the law of attraction, magic begins to happen. Synchronicities start to become a part of your daily life. It is a truly magical experience. Sometimes we think we are in harmony with the law of attraction, but we are really separated from it. We separate ourselves from it by becoming resistant to what we want. So if you want something and you'll know if you feel like you don't deserve it, because your body, a place in your body will stiffen up, usually your solar plexus. So what you can do is just breathe through it. Breathe through that solar plexus, release your belly, let it be relaxed, and breathe through that solar plexus and say, oh no, I'm deserving of everything, because that is the truth. Yes, resistance shows up because of fear of change or a feeling of unworthiness. It is time for you to open your heart to receiving because you are worthy. Okay, take this time to focus on what you really and truly want. What is coming forward from within you that you wish to experience? Once you have a clear inner knowing of what you want, hold the image in your mind of you receiving it on a daily basis. You will call it forth into your experience by the excitement that you feel. If you truly believed it was going to happen, wouldn't you feel excited? I would, yay. Get excited in the knowing that you're going to experience it, that you will receive it, and that it is here now. This card showed up for you today to remind you that you have the ability to create whatever you wish to create. You have every reason to feel excited. You're getting ready to experience the magic of manifesting your reality. So our current reality is all around us. Look around you. What's around you? That's your current reality. That's what you are manifesting. Lives are not fated. We choose our lives. We choose the experiences we live. We are creative. We are made creative. The divine is creative. That's what we are. So whatever you want to create, that's your choice. You have the choice. We are lucky to have free will and to have the choice to create whatever beautiful things in our lives we want. That is the beauty of life for sure. All right. So I have a new spread. It's called the Gypsy Spread, and it's got 5 components, and there's a specific way I need to shuffle the cards and lay them out. So I take half of the cards and I turn them upside down, so they're going to be reverse cards in this reading. Makes it kind of fun. And because not every reverse card is negative. You know, sometimes the devil card reversed, well, could mean a number of things, but you know, it's usually, it could be better than the devil card straight up. So one more shuffle. And then what I'll do is I lay out, there are 4 different quote unquote decks, because each deck or pile of cards has 4 cards in it. And it's kind of cool because then it allows me to have a bigger picture of that particular situation. So the first, hold on one second. So the first is the present, and then I have the past, the near future, the obstacles, and the advice. Okay, let me move this over here. I wanted to keep this out. Okay. And with the reverse cards, it can get pretty interesting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm using the Tarot Lo Scarabeo deck. My niece went to Spain. She went to Paris and Spain. She's a traveler, and she was in Spain and brought these, went into a tarot shop and bought me these cards. So I'm really excited to use them. They are a combination of the Thoth deck, the Rider-Waite, and the Tarot de Marseille. So anyway, I'm using them for the first time in readings, I think. So here we go. So the deal is I just do one deck at a time. So the present is comprised of the Knight of Cups reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed, and I'll show you the cards in a minute. Oh, the World upright, and Strength upright. Very cool. So this is the present, and it is the peculiarities of the current situation for Cancer. So we have the Knight of Cups upright. He's riding a beautiful water dragon with his cup of love. His cup of love has a snake in it, which is spiritual. It's spiritual energy. I like that dragon. He is really taken by that cup of love. It's reversed. So the Knight of Cups is really taken with his cup of love. He's not the page. The page is just, the page is about 14 years old. He's just handed his cup of love and is learning about it. And one of the first things the child learns is that, wow, life really is magical. I can hear people talking to me, and I can see visions, and I sense all this information coming into me from all around me. And Cancer, you probably can relate to that very much. It's reversed at the night. The Knight is just enthralled by his cup of love, and he's a very handsome energy, very good looking, very charming. Wants to constantly engage with beautiful people just like himself, especially women. So the Knights, Pages, Knights, Queens, and Kings are energies. They're not necessarily people. So they're energies. They are the energy of the suit at that position. And he is enthralled with himself. It's as though he's, narcissist. He's staring into the water and seeing how beautiful he is. He doesn't want to use that cup of love, though, in the upright. So he's afraid that it's going to spill and he'll lose everything that he has, which is really impossible. That's not going to happen, but that's what he's thinking. It's upside down, and what happens when it's upside down is everything in the cup would fall out. So that, to me, first thing that comes to my mind is fear. Fear of losing everything that you have, not everything that you have, what's really important to you. A fear of losing whatever is important to you, all right? Whatever you are enthralled by in your life. The next card is the Nine of Swords, which is reversed, but I'll show you this Nine of Swords. It's the night, we call it the nightmare card. We tarot readers, the nightmare card. It's anxiety, fear, worry about. It is fear and worry about what has not yet happened. You're afraid you're going to be found out, or misrepresented, or misunderstood, brought into the spotlight and have your wrist slapped, or maybe a fear of going to jail. Who knows, but it's a fear, it's a worry of something that has not happened yet. And you're up all night worrying about it, maybe money problems or something like that. This is reversed. So in the reverse, what do I want to say about it in the reverse here for you, Cancer? Not that it isn't happening. That's not true. There obviously is something happening here. It may be that you have overcome this fear and worry. I'm not gonna give it a specific situation, storyline yet, because I'm really honestly not sure. It may be that you've overcome the fear and worry because you know that you're intact. You know you're intact, so you really have nothing to worry about. Although maybe others are wanting you to feel worried and anxious because they don't like you very much. It could be that. So we've lost our cup of love, quote, or whatever is magical to you in your life. The thing about losing that cup of love is that it's ever flowing, so it's never ceasing. It's ever flowing, it's never ceasing. And that's something he doesn't understand yet about love, is that love is ever flowing and never ceasing. And even though it may pour out of his cup, he's swimming in an ocean of water. So the love, he's swimming in the love, so it's always there. All right, so there's a fear about that. We have this nightmare card that's reversed. So maybe you're overcoming your fear of losing the gifts that you have. Okay? We have the completion of a cycle. I think this is a really beautiful card because it's neither male nor female. Looks at, which I like, because the world card should be neither male nor female. We have all the beautiful symbols there and a scarab, and it's really beautiful. I'll show it to you in 1 minute. It looks like it's part male, part female, just by looking at the colors of the clothes. One of the legs looks more feminine. The other leg looks more masculine. I really like this world card. So this is the completion of a cycle, and you're feeling just so fulfilled by the completion of this cycle. You are so fulfilled that this is finished. Let's see, it's a major cycle. It's a cycle that could last 10 years, 20 years. It could last 15, 5, long term though, definitely long term. And then we have the Strength card. I really like it. Strength. So this is character building. Strength is character building. You get to this card because you have been character building, which I can kind of see that at the beginning. So this is the present. What's happening in the present? In the present, you've completed a cycle that has required a lot of sitting with uncomfortable feelings. That's what I'm going to say. You've been sitting with some very uncomfortable feelings and not pushing them away. You haven't been pushing them away as much as you would like to. You haven't been pushing them away. You've been facing them. You've been talking about them, I'm going to say, with a trusted friend or a group. And this has been, I'm going to say it has been a long term, because strength to build character, it takes, not just months, it takes years. And one part builds on the next and on the next and on the next. And the hope is before the end of our lives, we have become the master at recognizing, working with, and being comfortable with our emotions. So this is just so this thing that is your gift, that you have a fear it's going to be knocked over. It just makes me think about a relationship, and it is cups. Cups is about emotions, particularly love, but all emotions. And maybe you lost a love, and you thought you lost all, but I think you're realizing that you really have not lost anything. This card is reversed because you've overcome the fear and worry of it at this point. It no longer worries you. This has been a long-term process. This didn't happen yesterday or last week or last month or 6 months ago. It happened a while back. And you've completed a cycle. I'm going to say right now that it was about a relationship, a love relationship, maybe a marriage, but a partnership, a romantic partnership. You've completed a cycle. And I'm going to say it was a divorce, or it could be that you were widowed, widow or widower. And through that process, when you lose someone you love, I mean, you don't sleep. How do you sleep? But it looks like you've overcome it. And you've completed that cycle. And you find that you're a much stronger person because of it. You know why? Because you did some community building. You did go outside and not stay isolated through your grief. You found out that there is an inner sacredness, because when we go through grief and we don't isolate, what we find is that we have this well of strength within us that can get us through anything. And yes, we seek community because we need the company of other people. We get we're social animals, but you find a well of strength within. And I think that's what this might be about, is that I'm getting chills on that pretty good. So I'm going to say that there's some grief here that is overcome. And you realize that you haven't lost your cup of love, that there's still more, because love does flow. All right, the second pack is the past, the most important elements of the recent past. And we have death, that's transformation, and it's reversed. Kind of like this guy. I don't like the scene around him, but I kind of like the way. And you see behind him, it's around him, it's desolate looking, but behind him, there's a bright sunny sky and a beautiful sunrise. And this is reversed. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles, and it is also reversed. It's a beautiful card. But it is reversed. We have the Page of Wands, which is also reversed. So the pages are, the Page of Wands, the suit of Wands is about your heart passion, because the suit of Wands acts, they're propelled into motion by their passionate desires, the desires of their heart. Very hot, passionate, enthusiasm off the charts, okay? That's what this is about. So it's the page. The page has just been given her wand, and this group is also very spiritual, like as you would think, passionate soul passion, very spiritual. You see the salamander on the back of her cape. When the salamander is eating its tail, when it's a complete circle, that means that this person has come to spiritual maturity. So it is not anywhere near, the head is not anywhere near the tail, so this individual is youthful and mature, has a lot of learning to do. She's very curious, right? So she's just received her gift, just like the Knight of Cups, and she's wondering, what am I going to do with this? How do I use it? How am I going to learn? Who's going to teach me? It is reversed. So learning is not really happening there in the past. And the last card is the Two of Swords. I'm not surprised. And it's upright, blocking your energy, blocking your emotions, blocking your love, blocking. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to know anything. It's upright. I'm kind of not surprised. So in the past, these are the most important elements. You're being asked to go through a transition because we're going to use the story of you either went through a divorce of a long-term marriage or the death of a spouse. And this happened years ago. It didn't happen yesterday or last year. It happened a number of years ago. I'm going to say up to 5 years ago. Okay? You didn't want this transformation. This is not, and this is your transformation. This is not what you wanted. You didn't want the divorce. You weren't looking for your spouse to die so that you could collect the insurance money. No, this is, you're like, no, I'm not accepting this. I'm not going to do this. Nope, I'm not going to do this. But, all right, the next card is the Ace of Coins reversed. I'm going to say that, you know, there was money involved. Did you lose money? I'm going to say you might have lost some, but not a lot, because it's the ace, it's the one. I mean, one is a very powerful card, but it's reversed. So I'm going to say that you didn't lose much money, nor did you gain much money. Money was not the point anyway, okay? But you didn't gain or lose much money. The Page of Wands is here, reversed. Yeah, when something like this happens, your passion just goes right out the window, doesn't it? And if you were working on something new in your life at the time that you got the divorce papers, or that your partner passed away, because that could also be, these two cards together could be that you're starting something new. I mean, even with the transformation card, it's all pointing to starting something new. So maybe you were in the process. You were right on the edge of starting something when this all went down. You know, you don't have much passion for much. You really kind of lost your flavor for life for the time being. It's very painful to you. So painful that you could barely face it. It was so painful you could barely face it. And so you just acted as if it you know, what are you going to do? You didn't really say much to anybody about it except that I just, you know, I have no words. Maybe that's what you said. I have no words. All right, so that's the situation. It does look like there was a loss there. The next deck is the near future, how the situation will soon develop. So we have the current, the past. We have the King of Cups, and it's reversed. He is reversed. King of Cups is the king of emotional maturity. That's what I like to say. He's not always, just because he's the king of emotional maturity does not mean he's always stable. We work through our emotions our entire lifetimes. It's not, you know, it's not as though we become masters of our emotions, of every single emotion. Doesn't mean that pain still isn't painful. Doesn't mean that love isn't still exhilarating. It just means that, he experiences his emotions. He is not afraid of them. This is reversed, but this is what it looks like upright. And he is right below the Knight of Cups. So you still, what I'm going to say here is that you still, in the near future, are not going to have recovered fully. And that's understandable. The next card is the Two of Pentacles, and it's upright. Snake has its tail. It's the infinity sign. It's the infinity sign, everlasting. It's something something is everlasting. It is unchangeable. It is like a law of the universe. It never changes. It doesn't change. It is what it is. And that's how it works. Now, Two of Pentacles, I typically see as a card where someone is juggling, trying to maintain their balance. Their ships have come in. They have a lot going on. They're maintaining a balance because things are really rocking and rolling in their lives. And this is what they've asked for. They've put something out there, like in this recent past, you were going to start something new, it looked like. And things were, and once that started, you were going to be rocking and rolling. So it looks like in your near future, you may be rocking and rolling again. You may be on the mend enough to do that. The next card is the Hermit reversed. The Hermit is our inner knowing, and he carries a light that never goes out. The light of knowledge never goes out. This is your inner wisdom, but it's reversed. So you're not really trusting yourself yet. You're not trusting your high priestess self. You're not trusting that inner temple where God resides yet. And then we have the Hierophant, and he is upright. Wow, he's a pretty interesting looking guy. The Pope, he's known as the Pope. He sets the cultural mores, the tone of the culture, what is appropriate, what kind of school, like in the United States, we have public schools. When I was a kid, all schools were public except for the Catholic school. Kids went to the Catholic school. What kind of schooling we receive, college, what our lives will look like, that's all set by the Hierophant, that kind of stuff. As above, so below. Although the Pope can become manipulated, right? He can be manipulated. Money, power, he's human too. So what does this mean for you here in your near future? I'm going to say that it is you saying to yourself, I need to go on. I need to go on. This is what people do. Someone dies, you grieve it, yes, but you move on. I think in your inside of you, you're not ready to let that go, though, because I think you really love this person deeply. The King is in deep water. He's in deep waters. He's floating in deep waters. I think you love this person very deeply. And you still feel kind of lost without them because they are both reversed. So although you continue living life because maybe you have kids who are looking to you for some guidance and reassurance that you're okay, that they're okay, depending on their age. And I think maybe the Pope is you saying, I just need to keep going. And it's interesting that his robe is black. It's like the robe of grief. I think that's very interesting. So you're putting one foot in front of the other, and you're trying to do the right thing for yourself. even though, in the current situation, you've overcome the major portion of your grief. You've been working through your emotions, not ignoring them, but still, you're not quite ready yet. You've completed a cycle. The cycle could also just be that the marriage is over. That could be the cycle, that the marriage is over. And that you are working it out. All right, this is the obstacles. What hinders your ambitions? Well, we have the Three of Swords, and it's upright. Is it? No, it is upright. Three of Swords. So this is heartbreak. What hinders your ambitions? Well, hopefully your ambition is to move forward and to have peace in your heart, and to meet someone new for yourself, to continue with your life, make a new life for yourself. But the heartbreak is there. That's an obstacle for you. The next card is the King of Pentacles, and he is reversed also. I'm not sure what I'm going to say about this energy yet. I'm not sure. I mean, he is stability. I think of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, stability, picking yourself up and moving forward. What is it? Loyalty. You can rely on this person, reliability. It seems that you just don't have it in you still to really be the productive human being that you used to be. That could be that's an obstacle for you, especially if you have kids. The next card is the Five of Pentacles, and this is the card of lack. Even though there's money right in front of you on the path, you don't bend down to pick it up. You're sort of like you're now in a state of depression, I want to say. You're in a state of depression, and you just don't seem to be able to snap out of it. That's what I'm going to say that's about. It's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It's kind of like that. That's how I'm feeling about this. And then, hopefully this will be good for you. So these are all obstacles on your path. Heartbreak, you're still dealing, you need to, okay, the message I just got was, because it almost just fell out of my mouth, is you need to let go of the heartbreak. You don't have to hold it. You can let it go. I'm sorry if that sounds forceful, but that's kind of like how it's coming through me. I feel like it's channeled information. Let it go. Let it go. Go through this transformation that you got upside down. Go through it. It's your time. It's your time. Let's see what happens. You have the heartbreak. You have the King of Pentacles, the breadwinner. Maybe you're the breadwinner for your family. You have a family, you're the breadwinner. You need to go out there and take care of your family, right? But doing that is difficult for you. Almost impossible, it seems. And it's as though you're wandering in the wilderness. And you don't see all the help that's right there. All those coins, just pick them up. It's there to help you, but you just kind of are walking past them. All right, the last card is the Six of Swords. All right, what I'm getting from this is where you go from rough waters to calm waters, from a chaotic shore to a shore where it's all peaceful. And what I'm getting here is geographic cure. So this would be an obstacle to you at this time to pick up and move. Like, oh, I can't stay here anymore. I have to get out of here. There are too many memories. You know what? That's kind of like, that's like not true. You can move. I could see you buying the house next door or something, or just renovating, whatever, but to do a geographic is not the answer, okay? The last deck is advice, a recommendation, a suggestion, a warning, or even a strong instruction to do or not do something, okay? You are responsible for what you do with your life. Tarot by Ginger is not, but that's what the thing says. Okay, so the first thing we have, very, very nice. I think that Six of Swords maybe is bringing you to the shore of you've got whatever was starting in the beginning here. You have the Three of Wands upright, which is waiting for your ships to come in. So I'm going to say that the advice of the cards is to take the opportunity of this transition. Take the opportunity of this, of this Ace of Pentacles, because it didn't just go away. I mean, it hangs around for a little while. Take the opportunity of this passion of yours and do something with it. And that is the advice of the cards, is that you take something, take it and do something with it. Start that new thing you were going to start, and you will be waiting for your ships to come in to see how that works for you. And I'm going to say it's going to be positive. You know, this is a very positive card of great expectations and great hope. And I don't think your hopes are going to be dashed. Let's see what happens. We get, very nice, the Ten of Wands, but it's reversed. So you're still, Ten of Wands is the being in the energy after the Nine, where you have laid down this heavy burden. You've laid down a heavy burden. 9 is the end of that cycle, but 10 is where you're feeling the feelings of the cycle. And so this is a heavy cycle of heavy burdens, which you have experienced. And you're laying it down, but it's reversed. So you're not ready to let go yet. Not yet. You're not ready to let go yet. It is an emotional burden on you. The next card, are these? Okay. The next card is the Lovers, and it's reversed. Lovers. I think it's Archangel Gabriel there. Reversed. And you're having a hard time putting that down. And so if you're hoping to attract new love after 5 years of this situation happening, or 4 years or 3 years, you know, it's not going to come your way. Not yet, because you need to change your style. You need to let go, accept what has happened. And, you know, we can't tell anybody to do that. I mean, you have to be willing to. You have to make the choice. I have to accept that this is what's happened. It's not about me. It's not about me. It didn't happen to me. Maybe it happened for me. Who knows? It's not something that, you know, God said, oh, I'm going to do this to you and blah, 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 and you live in self-pity for the rest of your life. God would never want that for anybody. No way. Not the way God works. So in order to attract new love, you need to let that burden down. The last card is the Knight of Wands. You had the page, and you had the page in that early beginning stage. Here's the Knight. He's very confident. You know what? You come to this place, you'll be ready for love. You're not there yet, but this is how the Oracle is suggesting you move forward. You know, move forward in a way of grace and dignity and beautiful passion and strength. You know, think about it. Would you admire someone who had, you know, a loved one pass, and maybe early, and yet not move on from that? They have kids and they're just in their, I mean, how do you know, the choice is yours. How do you want to be with this? How do you want to use these energies? Because we have free will. We can do it however we want. We can see it however we want. That's the law of attraction. How do you want to see it? And I want to say that if you want to be in a pity pot, you can certainly do that. That is your choice. But if you want to be happy, that's not where you want to sit, because who wants to be around you? And how are you, you know, what kind of an example is that for your children? We want our children to grow and be happy. So that is the advice of the cards. And this reading is Inner discovery, finding sacredness, what you are, what you seek. So what are you seeking? Do you want this? I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll do the work it requires to have that. I bet you will too. 11th house community, get back out into the world, become productive again, say, okay, yes, this was a very difficult thing. I went through a difficult divorce years ago, and I met around that same time, a couple of months after, I met some women who became my best friends, and oh my God, we laughed so hard, and we traveled, and we played cards together, and we just, oh my God, it was the best relationships I ever had in my life. This can happen for you too. They helped me through a really hard time and made me laugh again, and showed me that, yeah, it's worth, it wasn't about me, right? And you are creating your life based on the intentions you send out to the universe. So how are you creating that life? Hold on one second. Ranger wants to come in. Sorry for the disruption. Ranger? Come on, buddy. Come on, what are you doing? Come on, you come lay down now. You want to say hello to Cancer? All right. Okay. Yes, good boy. You want to say hello? No? Okay. He's being antisocial. So it looks like, the cards come out saying, here, this is what we have to offer you. What do you want to do? I'm going to pull some Mother Mary Oracle cards, 1 or 2 to end the reading for you, Cancer. So that is your reading. Not easy, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what our bright light, very bright light at the end of the tunnel. All right, here we go. Okay, Mother Mary, what would you, beautiful words of compassion do you have for Cancer? Our Lady of Answered Prayers, see? You got it all, Cancer, you got it all. Every reading shows all this bright light. Our Lady of Answered Prayers. Beautiful. All right, thanks for your time, spending your time with me, and I will see you next time. Have a great week. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.